There are 72 days until Election Day, and campaigns here in the Valley and across the country are definitely ramping up. It's already felt like a long election cycle with twists and turns and divisive rhetoric. Why can't I say that? So how can you deal with that anxiety that comes with it? That's a lot of questions that we're asking this morning. We have Valley Psychiatrist Dr. Brook Choulet here with some ways to cope. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Dr. Choulet, what are some things that people are dealing with this election cycle? I mean, it's so much coming at you from both sides.
A lot of anxiety. There's just uncertainty, people fearing the future, and people are just worried about what's to come. I think it's really normal for people to think about what is going to happen policy-wise, how it impacts them personally. And the American Psychiatric Association actually released a poll in May this year stating that 73% of Americans had anxiety about this election.
Yeah, and how can parents really navigate this with their children?
It's tough because people hear things at school and it's totally out of your control as a parent. So the number one thing is when your child comes home and you hear about things going on, just approaching it in an age-appropriate manner, providing education rather than polarized opinions, talking about why we have an election, talking about morals over politics. All of these things are so helpful when talking with kids and just taking it step by step in an age-appropriate manner, because they're going to take back to school what you talk with them about at home.
And politically, it feels like we've never been more divisive, and we know that some family members have different views politically. Do we even broach that subject? Do we even talk about politics with family members who don't see things the same way?
It's so tough. I talk to my patients all the time about what's the value add in having this conversation. Is something positive going to come out of this? And I think people often lose sight of the fact that they have control over whether or not they participate in that conversation. And it's okay to just say something like, it's okay to disagree, and it seems like we have differing opinions. And for those that actually want to engage in the discussion, active listening is really important. So instead of coming back with a rebuttal or acting defensively, just asking a question, saying, you know, why is it that you think that? Or can you describe your intentions behind those views? And by just opening that door, it really allows the person to understand that you're feeling and just appreciating what their experience is, and that it's okay to disagree.
And we know that it's so important to be educated on these issues that people will be voted on in November. So how are some ways that people can do that but still cope with all these anxieties around this election?
Sure. I think the biggest thing when faced with any stressor, election or not, is just maintaining your own mental health. So how can you make sure that you're resilient and feeling good every day? This could look like engaging in regular self-care activities such as meditation, physical activity, because if you feel better every day, you will do better every day. And I think that's the most important thing, is for people to take care of themselves. Another helpful thing is cognitive reframing. So oftentimes in my office, someone will come in and be like, the world's doomed and we're all going to fail and there's nothing positive to look forward to. But we actually sit down and break down, what's the worst case scenario? Like, what is your worst case scenario of what you're worried about will happen? And then breaking that down for them and just understanding, can you manage and can you cope with that worst case scenario in your mind?
And speaking of taking care of yourself, I mean, should you just, and this is hard to say, do you cut people off who have different political opinions? How do you keep that healthy relationship, that healthy dynamic with people that, you know, don't vote the same way you do?
The most important thing is setting boundaries. So people I hear all the time, they're like, well, setting boundaries is mean. Setting boundaries is not mean. Setting boundaries is essential to maintain those relationships so that you can continue to get together with someone rather than having to go to that extreme and being like, we just have to cut each other off.
Dr. Choulet, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I think we could all take a piece of what you said this morning with just how crazy this election season has been. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.